Imagine a land right in the very heart of East Africa, a place bursting with life and vibrant color. This is Uganda, a country of incredible contrasts, where every landscape tells a different story of survival. Here you can find dense, misty tropical rainforests, like the famous Bwindi impenetrable forest, where sunlight struggles to pierce through the thick canopy of ancient trees. These forests are filled with the sounds of unseen creatures, a constant chorus of insects, birds, and monkeys. The air is heavy with moisture, and the ground is a rich tapestry of fallen leaves and tangled roots, a world where giants live hidden from view. It is a realm of deep greens and earthy browns, a sanctuary for some of the world's most mysterious animals. Then picture the landscape changing dramatically as you move out of the forest and into the vast, sun-drenched savannas. These are the classic African plains you see in films, stretching out as far as the eye can see under a giant open sky. Golden grasses ripple like waves in the wind, dotted with the distinctive flat-topped acacia trees that provide precious shade from the relentless sun. These open spaces, found in places like Queen Elizabeth National Park, are the stage for epic dramas of hunter and hunted. Here, herds of animals gather in their thousands, constantly on the move in search of fresh grazing and life-giving water, their every moment governed by the need to stay alert. Flowing through these diverse lands are mighty rivers and vast lakes, the lifeblood of Uganda's wilderness. The powerful White Nile River carves its way through the country, its banks teeming with activity, and its waters hiding some of the most formidable predators on the continent. These waterways are magnets for wildlife, especially during the dry season when other water sources disappear. Animals of all shapes and sizes are drawn to the riverbanks to drink, creating a tense and crowded gathering place where survival depends on timing and luck. The rivers and lakes are not just sources of water, they are complete ecosystems in their own right, home to creatures perfectly adapted to an aquatic life. From the cool, damp floor of the rainforest to the scorching heat of the open plains and the murky depths of the rivers, Uganda is a patchwork of different worlds. Each of these environments presents its own unique set of challenges and opportunities for the animals that live there. The sheer variety of landscapes is what makes this country such a special sanctuary for wildlife. It's a place where every day is a test of strength, intelligence, and resilience. This is Uganda, a wild and untamed land where the story of life is written across its stunning and ever-changing scenery, a true jewel in the crown of Africa. In the wild heart of Uganda, there is one simple, unwritten rule that every single animal must live by, adapt, or perish. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it is the fundamental reality of daily existence. Life here is a constant struggle against a host of challenges, from finding enough food and water to avoiding becoming another creature's meal. The environment itself can be a harsh opponent, with scorching droughts that dry up rivers and turn lush grasslands into dust, or torrential rains that flood the plains. To survive, animals have developed an incredible array of skills, physical traits, and behaviors that give them an edge in this relentless battle for life. Survival is a full-time job, and every species has its own unique toolkit. For some, the key is raw power and strength. A massive Cape buffalo, for instance, relies on its sheer size and formidable horns to stand up to predators. For others, survival is about being clever and secretive. The elusive leopard uses its spotted coat to blend in perfectly with the dappled light of the bush, allowing it to get incredibly close to its prey without being seen. Agility and speed are the weapons of choice for animals like the impala, which can leap and zigzag in a confusing dance to escape the clutches of a cheetah or a lion. Teamwork is another crucial survival strategy seen all across the Ugandan wilderness. Many animals have learned that there is safety in numbers. A lone zebra is an easy target, but a whole herd of them, with their dazzling stripes moving together, can confuse a predator and make it difficult to single out an individual. Lions, the kings of the savannah, use coordinated teamwork to hunt prey much larger than themselves, with each member of the pride playing a specific role in the attack. This social organization extends to protecting the young, with herds of elephants or buffalo forming a defensive circle around their calves when danger approaches. Ultimately, every feature of an animal, from the length of a giraffe's neck to the thickness of a warthog's skin, is a product of this need to adapt. The giraffe's height allows it to eat leaves that no other browser can reach, avoiding competition for food. The warthog's tough hide acts like a suit of armor against bites and scratches. These adaptations are the result of thousands of years of evolution, a long and ongoing process of refinement, where only the best-suited individuals survive to pass on their successful traits. In Uganda, every creature you see is a masterpiece of survival, a living testament to the powerful and unyielding law of the jungle. Deep within the misty, tangled vegetation of the Bwindi impenetrable forest live the gentle kings of the mountains, the mountain gorillas. These magnificent primates are one of our closest living relatives, and spending time in their presence is an unforgettable experience. They live in close-knit family groups led by a dominant silverback, a mature male whose back is covered in a patch of silver hair. The silverback is the protector and leader of the group, making all the decisions about where to travel, when to eat, and when to rest. His immense strength is rarely used for aggression. Instead, it provides a sense of security for the entire family, allowing the younger gorillas to play and learn in peace. The survival of the mountain gorilla depends entirely on its forest home and its strong family bonds. They are herbivores, spending their days foraging for leaves, stems, and shoots in the thick undergrowth. Their powerful arms are used not just for moving through the forest, but also for breaking apart plants to get to the most nutritious parts. When faced with a threat, the silverback will put on a fearsome display, beating his chest, roaring and charging to scare off intruders. This is usually a bluff, but it is an incredibly effective way to protect his family without having to engage in a physical fight, ensuring the safety of the precious young. Moving from the forests to the savannas and woodlands, we encounter the African elephant, the largest land animal on Earth. These giants are often called ecosystem architects because of the huge impact they have on their environment. An adult elephant needs to eat up to 200 kilograms of vegetation every single day. As they move through the bush, they push over trees to get to the leaves, which creates clearings where grasses can grow. This, in turn, provides food for smaller grazing animals like antelopes and zebras. They also use their tusks to dig for water in dry riverbeds, creating water holes that countless other species can use to survive. Elephants live in complex social groups, led by an older, experienced female known as the matriarch. She is the keeper of the herd's collective memory, knowing where to find water during a drought and how to navigate the vast territories they roam. The bond between elephants is incredibly strong, especially between mothers and their calves. When a predator like a lion, pride, threatens the group, the adult elephants will immediately form a protective circle around the young ones, facing outwards with their massive heads and sharp tusks. This living fortress is almost impossible for any predator to break through, showcasing their deep commitment to protecting the next generation. On the wide-open savannas of Uganda, the lion reigns as the undisputed king of predators. But this king does not rule alone. Lions are the only big cats to live in social groups called prides, and their success is built on incredible teamwork. A pride is a family, usually made up of related females, their offspring, and a few adult males. It is the lionesses who are the primary hunters, and their strategy is a masterclass in coordination. They often hunt at dawn or dusk, using the low light to their advantage. Spreading out, they form a crescent shape to encircle their prey, cutting off escape routes before one or two lionesses launch the final explosive ambush. Their chosen prey is often large and formidable, and none is more challenging than the Cape buffalo. Taking down an animal that can weigh over 900 kilograms is a dangerous task that requires immense power and perfect collaboration. A single kick or a gore from a buffalo's sharp horns can be fatal to a lion, so the hunt must be precise. The lions will work together to isolate a weaker individual from the herd, leaping onto its back and using their combined weight to bring it down. Their powerful jaws are then used to deliver a suffocating bite to the throat, a testament to the strength and strategy required to thrive as an apex predator on the savannah. Facing the lions is one of Africa's most formidable herbivores, the Cape buffalo. Often called Black Death, this animal is not to be underestimated and is responsible for more hunter fatalities than any other large animal on the continent. Their reputation is well earned. A Cape buffalo is a mountain of muscle, with a thick hide and a massive set of curved horns that are fused at the base to form a solid bone shield called a boss. This makes their head an incredibly powerful weapon, capable of flipping an adult lion into the air with a single toss. They are known for their intelligence and some say their vengeful nature, sometimes circling back to attack a predator that has threatened them. When a lion pride approaches, a buffalo herd does not panic and scatter. Instead, they transform into a disciplined army. The herd will bunch together, placing the vulnerable calves and younger members in the center. The large, powerful adults form a protective wall around them, facing the threat with a united front of horns and muscle. This defensive formation presents a nearly impenetrable barrier to the lions. They will stand their ground, bellowing and stamping their hooves, a clear message that an attack will come at a great cost. This collective defense is a powerful example of how cooperation and strength can overcome even the most fearsome of predators. The African leopard is the master of stealth, a solitary hunter that moves through the Ugandan wilderness like a ghost. Its beautiful spotted coat, called a rosette pattern, is not just for show. It is the perfect camouflage. In the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves of a tree, or the complex patterns of the savanna grasses, a leopard can become almost invisible. This allows it to stalk its prey with incredible patience, sometimes for hours, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Unlike lions that rely on teamwork, the leopard is a lone assassin, depending on surprise and a burst of lightning-fast speed for a successful hunt. A leopard's power is as impressive as its stealth. It possesses immense strength, particularly in its neck and shoulders, which allows it to perform an extraordinary feat. After making a kill, often an animal heavier than itself, a leopard will frequently drag its prize up a tree. It does this to protect its meal from other, more powerful predators like lions or scavenging hyenas that would otherwise steal it. Seeing a gazelle or a young antelope hoisted high into the branches of an acacia tree is a sure sign that a leopard is nearby. This incredible ability to climb with a heavy load ensures that its hard-earned meal is safe, allowing it to feed in peace. In stark contrast to the solitary leopard, the impala survives by relying on speed, agility, and the safety of the herd. These elegant antelopes are a common sight on the savannas, their reddish-brown coats gleaming in the sun. Impalas are built for escape. When a predator is detected, an entire herd can erupt into a confusing spectacle of motion. They perform incredible acrobatic leaps, jumping high into the air and kicking their back legs, a behavior known as stotting. This chaotic choreography of survival makes it extremely difficult for a predator to focus on and catch a single individual, as their eyes are overwhelmed by the dizzying display of movement. Living in herds provides another layer of protection. With hundreds of pairs of eyes and ears all on high alert, it is very difficult for a predator to approach undetected. If one impala spots danger, it will let out a loud alarm snort, and the entire herd will instantly bolt. They are constantly on the move, grazing on grasses and browsing on leaves, but always with one eye on the lookout for danger. Their social structure and their breathtaking agility are their primary survival tools, a perfect adaptation for a life lived in the open. where danger can appear at any moment from the tall grasses. The eland is the largest antelope in the world, a truly impressive animal that embodies quiet strength and incredible resilience. Weighing as much as a large bull, its sheer size is a deterrent to many predators, though it remains on the menu for determined lion prides. What makes the eland truly special is its remarkable ability to survive in harsh, arid conditions where other animals would struggle. It can go for long periods without drinking water, getting much of the moisture it needs from the plants it eats. This allows it to thrive in areas with scarce resources, far from the crowded riverbanks where competition and danger are high. Elands are browsers, using their size and height to reach foliage on bushes and trees that are inaccessible to smaller antelopes. They are also well adapted to tolerate intense heat, often remaining active during the hottest parts of the day when many other animals are resting in the shade. They live in small family groups, and while they may appear slow and docile, they can move surprisingly quickly when they need to. If threatened, they will defend themselves with their powerful, spiraled horns and strong legs. The eland is a true survivor, a gentle giant that has mastered the art of living in Africa's tougher landscapes. Another common resident of Uganda's open plains is the topi, an antelope easily recognized by its distinctive reddish-brown coat that looks like it has been polished, and its dark purple patches on its upper legs. Topis are known for their constant vigilance. They are often seen standing on termite mounds, using the extra height to get a better view of their surroundings. This sentinel behavior is crucial for spotting predators like lions or hyenas from a great distance. Their keen senses of sight and hearing give them an early warning system, which is vital for survival in an environment with little cover to hide in. Topis are incredibly fast and have amazing stamina, able to run at high speeds for long distances to outlast a pursuing predator. They live in small herds and, like many other herd animals, they rely on group awareness to stay safe. While some individuals graze, others will keep watch, ensuring the entire group is protected. During the dry season, they undertake long journeys in search of fresh grass and water, showcasing their adaptation to a life of constant movement. The topi's combination of speed, endurance, and unwavering alertness makes it a highly successful survivor of the African savanna, a true master of its open plains home. No animal is more symbolic of the African savanna than the zebra, with its iconic black and white striped coat. These stripes are not just for decoration, they are a brilliant and complex survival tool. When a herd of zebras stands or moves together, their stripes merge into a dizzying pattern of light and dark. This mass of moving lines makes it incredibly difficult for a predator, like a lion, to single out one individual from the group. This motion dazzle effect is a form of camouflage that confuses the hunter's eye, giving the zebras a crucial few seconds to escape. Each zebra's stripe pattern is also unique, like a human fingerprint, which helps them recognize each other. Zebras are highly social animals, living in close-knit family groups, led by a dominant stallion. These groups, or harems, are built on strong bonds, and the stallion is fiercely protective of his mares and foals. They spend their days grazing together, constantly on the move, in search of fresh grass and water. During the great migrations, these small families join up with thousands of other zebras to form immense herds, offering even greater protection from predators. Their social structure and their unique striped defense mechanism are perfectly intertwined, making them one of the most successful and widespread grazers in Uganda. Looking high above the savanna grasses, we find the Rothschild's giraffe, the towering sentinel of the plains. As the tallest mammal in the world, the giraffe has a unique perspective on life. Its incredible height, thanks to its famously long neck, gives it two major advantages. First, it can feed on the leaves at the very top of acacia trees, a food source that is out of reach for almost every other herbivore. This means it rarely has to compete for food. Second, its height provides an excellent vantage point, allowing it to spot predators from a very long way off, giving it plenty of time to react to danger. Despite its gentle appearance, a giraffe is not defenseless. If a predator, such as a lion, gets too close, a giraffe can deliver an immensely powerful kick with its long, stilt-like legs. A well-aimed kick can seriously injure or even kill an attacker, making most predators think twice before taking on a healthy adult. Giraffes are constantly on the move, gracefully covering huge distances as they browse for their favorite leaves. Their unique combination of height, specialized diet, and powerful defense makes them a truly remarkable and successful survivor of the Ugandan wilderness, a gentle giant that commands respect. In the rivers and lakes of Uganda, like the mighty White Nile, ancient predators lurk just beneath the surface. The Nile crocodile is a living dinosaur, a master of ambush that has perfected its hunting technique over millions of years. Its survival strategy is built on patience and explosive power. A crocodile can lie motionless for hours or even days, appearing as nothing more than a floating log. Its eyes and nostrils are positioned on top of its head, allowing it to see and breathe, while the rest of its body remains completely submerged and hidden. This incredible camouflage makes it a deadly threat to any animal that comes to the water's edge to drink. When an unsuspecting zebra or antelope lowers its head to the water, the crocodile strikes with breathtaking speed and force. In a blur of motion, it lunges out of the water, clamping down with a bite force that is one of the strongest in the animal kingdom, reaching up to 5,000 psi. The attack is designed to be swift and final. Once it has its prey, it will often drag it into the water to drown it. This method of hunting is incredibly efficient, using a short burst of energy followed by long periods of rest. The Nile crocodile is the ultimate opportunist, a patient and powerful guardian of the waterways. Sharing the rivers with the crocodiles is another of Africa's most formidable animals, the hippopotamus. Despite its plump, almost comical appearance, the hippo is one of the most dangerous and aggressive animals in Africa, responsible for more human fatalities than any other large mammal. Hippos are semi-aquatic, spending up to 16 hours a day submerged in water to keep their massive bodies cool and protect their sensitive skin from the sun. They gather in large groups called pods or bloats, and the dominant males are fiercely territorial, defending their stretch of river with powerful displays and brutal fights using their enormous canine tusks. Although they spend their days in the water, hippos are herbivores and leave the river at night to graze on grass. In a single night, one hippo can eat up to 40 kilograms of vegetation, traveling several kilometers from the water to find good grazing spots. Despite their short, stumpy legs, they can run surprisingly fast on land, reaching speeds of up to 30 kilometers per hour. Their sheer size, aggressive nature, and powerful jaws make them a force to be reckoned with. The hippo is a true giant of the river, a water-dependent behemoth that commands both fear and respect. As we journey through Uganda's wild landscapes, from its dense forests to its open savannas and flowing rivers, we see that no animal lives in isolation. Each creature, from the tiniest insect to the largest elephant, is a vital thread in a grand and intricate tapestry of life. The predator and the prey, the grazer and the browser are all connected in a delicate balance. The lions who hunt the buffalo help to keep the herd strong by weeding out the weaker individuals. The elephants who topple trees create new grasslands for the zebras and impalas. Even the crocodiles, by controlling the populations of animals near the water, play their part in maintaining a healthy ecosystem. This interconnectedness is the very essence of the wilderness. It is a world where every action has a reaction. The dung from an elephant disperses seeds that will grow into new trees, providing food and shelter for future generations of birds and monkeys. The leftover kill of a leopard provides a meal for a scavenging hyena or a vulture circling high above. This is the great circle of life, playing out every single day in countless different ways. Each animal's unique adaptations and survival strategies contribute not just to its own existence but to the health and vitality of the entire environment, a complex and beautiful story of interdependence. The wildlife of Uganda is a precious global treasure, a living library of evolutionary marvels. The mountain gorillas of Bwindi are a critically endangered species, and their survival depends directly on our efforts to protect their forest home. The Rothschild's giraffes and the elephants face threats from habitat loss and poaching. Protecting these animals is not just about saving individual species, it is about preserving the entire complex web of life that they are a part of. When one thread is pulled, the whole tapestry can begin to unravel, with consequences that ripple through the entire ecosystem in ways we may not even understand. Therefore, the story of Uganda's wildlife is also a story of responsibility. It is our duty to ensure that these incredible animals continue to thrive for generations to come. By supporting conservation efforts, promoting sustainable tourism, and protecting their natural habitats, we can help ensure their future. The wild heart of Africa beats strongly in Uganda, in the thunder of a buffalo herd, the roar of a lion, and the quiet grace of a giraffe. It is a story of adaptation, resilience, and survival against all odds. A story that we must work to protect, so that its final chapter is never written.